Good morning, friends, or afternoon, or whatever it is with you. My name is Eva Hallbeck, and we're going to do some yoga. You can sit on a blanket, on blocks, or even a chair. So you don't have to go down to the floor. If your knees are screaming at you, do what you have to do. Just on a chair is perfectly fine. All right. So we're going to start with roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep inhale through the nose and exhale side out. You don't have to wait for my breathing, you just breathe in your own time. Now we're gonna come sideways, just leaning sideways on your opposite arm and just playing with that idea of going side to side. And you can use and spring off your hand up and up. So notice the sensation in your side stretch, the side trunk. And it's not about how much you do, it's about just being, doing, breathing, and noticing. All right, this is the last time. Now come up to seated and gather yourself together. And now notice the breath through the nose. Inhalation through the nose and exhalation through the nose. Without drawing the belly in and up, just let it be. Be soft. All right, so now we're going to do cat and cow in a little bit different position. You stay where you are. My hands are going to be interlaced behind my neck, and I'm not pulling, I'm barely touching my neck. On my inhalation, I'm expanding my chest forward, elbows out to the side. And on the exhalation, allow yourself to curve back and fold forward. Again, inhalation through the nose. Elbows back, chest forward. And exhale, draw your belly in and up and down. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale and exhalation. Inhale. I'm going to pause here for a moment. Just keep breathing through the nose. So notice how the front body, your chest, your arms, front shoulders are opening up. And notice how it's coming back together in the back body. Shoulder blades are coming together. Keep breathing. A little bit of a back bend feeling. And then inhale, or exhale, come forward. Inhale out. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Open up and exhale, close up. Last time, inhale, open up and exhale. Come to seated position. Neck is long, spine is long, buttocks down to the floor. You take your right arm crossing. Just cross it diagonal forward. And left, cross. So you're going diagonal and side. And right arm, and down, and left, down, and right, down, and left, down. We're gonna do it one more time. Right, now really feel your shoulder going forward, your right shoulder going forward, feeling that twist in your spine. Keep breathing here. Using your abdominal, of course. And down. And exhale. Feel that arm going. Feel that trunk expanding into a twist. Down. Okay, now you got the movement. We're going to do a little bit faster. You do it in your own time. And you twist, extend on your exhalation. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, right arm. Exhale, left. Going to do a little bit faster. Right, left, right, left arm, right arm, 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 left, right, left, right, left. Reach, 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 reach. Breathe, breathe, reach, breathe. Keep going. Finding that heat building up in the core, in your midsection, your arms, shoulders. And release it there. Just observe. Bring your hands behind you on the floor, feet to the floor, and going side to side with your knees. And now cross your legs or sitting on the chair. Reach the palms out, roll the armpits forward and up, and reach up. And if there is any sensation in your shoulders that doesn't feel right, you bring the arms down, lift up. So it's not just about the arms, it's about the whole side trunk. So you press your buttocks down, and from there you can lift up, expanding. And we always hear, you gotta have a good posture, da 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 da. In the old days they keep reach up, expanding your spine. And there's a reason for it. You gotta be able to breathe, expanding your chest, expanding your ribs, allowing the tissue in your body to lengthen up so we don't shrink down. So lifting up, and we're using the core here to resist the gravity. And bring it down. Now take your right hand to the floor, roll the shoulders back and down, and reach up. And reach. Press your hip down. Now this really helps with our posture to expand those ribs, expand the tissue, allowing it to open up. Getting a little bit side back in your spine, lubricating the spine. And up, other side, shoulders back and down and press over. And of course, if there is any sensation of discomfort, pain, then you do less, or maybe not even at all. You just bring the arms overhead onto the side. And up. Now, come onto your buttocks. Arms parallel to the floor, feet to the floor. We're gonna use the core abdominals. We're gonna go halfway down. Take a deep inhale. On your exhalation, draw your belly in and up, and halfway down. Inhale up to seated, and exhale down. And you can do this on a chair as well. You just don't go all the way back. Just use what you have. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And let's pause here. Keep breathing through the nose. Draw your belly slightly in and up. All right. And inhale up. Now you're coming onto your right side. Right hand on the floor. You can keep it on the forearm. Let's have it on the forearm down. Legs are bent. If you've done side planks before, you can have your legs extended, but keeping the feet flexed, toes to your knee. I'm gonna have my knees bent. Hands to your hip. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep inhale. On your exhalation, lift the hips straight up. Shoulders straight up. In line with each other. And down. Exhale up. And down. Exhale 3. And down. Exhale 4. And down. Now exhale 5. We're going to keep it here. Palm facing up. Reach the arm up and over. We're going to keep the hips up. Moving the arms down and up. down and up. Keep lifting the hips up and bring it down. Other side. Forearms down, knees either bent or extended. Hands to the hip. You draw your pubic bones up. Keep the chest lifted. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lift up and down. And 2 and down. And 3 down. 4 down and 5. Now the arm. Lifting it over and down. Or maybe just keeping it down, perfectly fine. 2 and down. 3. Press away from the floor. Use the arm to press away like we do in downward facing dog. You press the arm away from you. And lift the chest up, lift the hips up, and bring it down. Come to tabletop. Now fingers are evenly spread out and slightly turned out. Shoulder width apart. Knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes under. Keep your belly lifted. And lift your knees an inch off the floor. Push away from the floor with your hands. Really use your arms. Push away. Breathe through the nose. And bring it down. Okay. We're going to add on to this here. Let me demonstrate. Your feet are together. Ankles, knees, thighs together. And you're going to walk it just an inch or two. Right, left, right leg back, and left leg back. Right forward, left, right leg back. Okay? So let's do that together. Lifting up, legs together. Forward, forward, back, back. Slowly. Forward, forward, back, back. Not very far forward. Forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. Forward, forward, back, back. And forward, forward, back, back. And bring your knees down. Roll your wrist. And reverse it. Alright. Next one is a full plank. You can go ahead and have the forearms down or hands. So either down here or up. Extend your right leg back, extend your left. Keep pressing the heels away and crown of your head forward. Push the floor away. Keep breathing through the nose. You can always bring the knees down, but keep your belly lifted. Now everybody brings the knees down and then roll down on your belly. Roll through the thighs and your belly and down. Keep your hand next to the ribs, fingertips facing forward. Roll the shoulders back and down, lengthening the legs away from you. We're going to do Cobra, Bhujangasana. Keep pressing your feet on the floor, top of the feet on the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Now fold the arms in front of you, forehead down. Bring my legs up. You're going to keep the forehead down. The only thing is going to be lifting are your legs. Okay? Forehead down. Inhale, lift the legs a little bit off the floor. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Pause it. So now we're going to lift the upper body and lower body up simultaneously together. And you're really going to think about pushing the toes away from you, reaching the toes away from you, and sternum forward and up. Salabhasana, locust pose. Arms to the side of the body, palm facing your thighs. Forehead down. Before we start, reach your toes back away from you and crown of your head and sternum forward. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And inhale, lift, 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 lift. And exhale, down. Fold the arms in front of your forehead down. Doing all those strengthening exercises for the core, your front body, side body, and back body, like we've been doing, really helps us with the postures. You know, they always said in the others, lengthening up, lengthening your back up. Be straight in your back. Strengthening the muscles front, side, and back of the body helps us to lengthening up. All right. Hands next to the ribs. Inhale, cobra. Pause here for a moment. Come up to tabletop. Now tuck your toes under. Lift your knees an inch evenly off the floor and shift back. So really use your arms to shift back. Draw your belly slightly in and out. Keep your knees bent a lot, like squatting. Bring your buttocks back. Use your arms. Bend your knees down to the floor and hands up. Whew. So we're going to do that one again. So you're lifting the knees evenly off the floor. You're shifting back with your knees bent a lot, so you can really get the length in your arms and your back. Keeping your belly lifted, and then you're going to press your heels down to the floor. All right, so hands on the floor. If you want to hold the opposite or the outside of your mat, please do so. Tuck your toes, lift your knees an inch, and shift back. Push away from the floor, push away from the mat. Keep your knees bent. Get that length in your trunk and your arms. And keep your belly engaged. So lift your belly in and up. Now, start to press your heels down to the floor slowly, keeping your trunk where it is. And see if you can start to press your heels down. They might not even come down to the floor. That's perfectly fine. And press your thighs away from you. Now see if you can play with your toes. Lifting the toes up and down from the floor. And notice how it activates your legs. It's really lengthening your legs even more. Engaging your front leg muscles. So play with the idea of keeping the toes up and lifted. Breathe through the nose. And then bring your knees evenly down to the floor. Let me take my blocks. Coming into low lunge. Step forward with your right leg. Actually, you know what? Just keep the hands on your hips. All right. And if you need it, it's there for you. Right. So front knee is over your heel. We're gonna go forward and back, shifting forward and back. So, because you are moving forward and back, the front and the back legs needs to be grounding down so you're solid, like a solid house. So those 2 points needs to be pressed down. So you press your front foot down and the back shin down to the floor. So that's stable. So this part can move. Hands to the hips, shoulders back and down. Bring your hips forward, front knee over your heel, of course. And now, press your shin and foot down and come up to straighten the leg. Just see if we can do that. Maybe it doesn't go there today, but that's fine. And then forward and lift up and forward and lift up. Keep your neck long, keep your spine long. And back. And forward. And back. together one more time, and forward and back. All right, other side. So this is quite a challenge for the body to keep the balance. So foot, shin, press down. Hands to the hips. Slowly shift forward. Make sure the knee is in line with your heel. There. And then we come up. Maybe straightening the legs, or maybe not. Forward and up. Focus your eyes on one point that doesn't move. This is balance. And up. And forward. And up. And forward. And up. Other leg. Now we're coming into high lunge. There we're going to use the blocks. Right leg forward. Bring your hips forward. Front knee over your heel. Blocks underneath your shoulders, or whatever you have. If you have Tupperware, your bottles, or whatever you books. Tuck your toes under. Press your heel away from you. Good. Lifting the sternum up. You can pause here. You can bring the arms back. From here, bring the arms overhead. Normal breath through the nose. Press your right outer hip back. Press your right outer hip back. And bring your hands down. Knee down to the floor and shift. Bring it forward. Knee over your heel. Blocks underneath your shoulder. Press your back toes under. Press your heel back. You can stay here, and of course you can always bring the knee down. Staying there, or arms to the back. Maybe reaching up. Press your left outer hip back. Press your left outer hip back. Normal breath. Firm your right thigh muscle up. Lift your belly in and up. Woo. Hand down, knee down, and settle down on your heels. If you need blanket, pillow underneath, feel free. And just breathe through the nose. Just settle down here. Notice how you feel. Notice how your spine is. Can you feel the posture in your spine? Can you feel the length in your spine? Maybe you can't feel it. Maybe you feel that you're hovering over. But I think the key is just to be aware of it first. To be aware of something that we need to change, or trying to help our body so it doesn't go further into it. Right? So if we realize, okay, I'm really sinking over, allow yourself to roll the shoulders back, and then sometimes we need to exaggerate things to happen. But for those who are really open and loose, you don't want to exaggerate it. Then it's all very, very subtle. But those postures that are being done, those exercises, really helps to lift up, getting straight in the front, side, and back body. So just be aware of how it feels. All right, so let's do our modified vinyasa flow. Come to tabletop. Coming into downward facing dog. And if you want to be in child pose instead, feel free, you don't have to do down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, shift back, downward facing dog, or in child pose. Now come to plank. You can always bring the knees down, and maybe you have the forearms down. That is perfectly fine. Bend your knees down to the floor and roll the thighs down. Elbows comes in towards your chest, coming down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Inhale, cobra. Come up to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, shift back, downward facing dog. Now bend your knees evenly down to the floor. Take the hands up. Step forward with your right leg, hands to your hips, shift forward. Bring your hands down or on your blocks. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees up, staying here or coming up to preparatory pose or high lunge. Take your time. Bring your hands down to the floor, bend your knee down, tabletop, downward facing dog, or child pose. Come to plank, bend your knees down, roll the thighs down, resist coming down, elbows comes in towards your chest or towards your ribs, resist. Inhale, cobra, exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, exhale, down. Inhale, cobra, push away to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, shift back to downward facing dog or child pose. Push away from the floor. Bend your knees down to the floor evenly, hands up. Step forward with your left leg to low lunge. Now roll the shoulders back and down, press your hands behind you down, lifting up. Normal breath. Either hands to the floor or on a block. Preparatory pose, high lunge. Press your toes under, press your heels away. You can stay here, you can bring the knee down or coming up to the full shape of this preparatory pose or high lunge. Keep lifting your belly in and up. Bring your hands down, knee down. Shift to downward facing dog or child pose. All right. Press away from the floor with your hands. Draw your belly slightly in and up. Press your heels down and at the same time play with your toes. Play by lifting the toes up and down and keeping them up maybe. And notice how it activates more the legs. If you are in child pose right now, you're going to come up to forward bend. We're all going to meet in forward bend. So into a standing forward bend, Uttanasana. Toes straight forward. Knees a little bit bent if you need it. Grabbing the opposite elbows. Allowing the head to soften. So there's never any rush when you're doing these things. If I'm going maybe a little bit too fast for you, just take your time. It's not about doing it fast, it's about taking it time in your way that works for your body. And you can always pause me whenever you need. All right. Now bring your hands to the hips, elbows to the ceiling. Reach the chest forward and lift up. And bring it up together. Gonna face the front, facing me. Feet together. Hips are pressed in. Shoulder rolling back and down. Now lift your front body, or lift the pubic bones up towards your navel or towards your sternum. Feeling a little bit of a core activation there. And that brings the buttocks back behind you. So instead of doing this, you're gonna draw your belly in and up, bringing the pubic bones up so the buttocks is soft down. You're not pressing it in. It's soft down, the front body is lifted. So we'll create length in your spine, from the buttocks, tailbone down, through the neck, going up. But the front body needs to work together. All right. Mountain pose, Tadasana. We're gonna do our Trikonasana, triangle pose. So walk your legs about 3 to 3.5 feet apart. Toes straight forward. Drawing your pubic bones up, buttocks is soft down behind you. I'm gonna start by turning your left heel away from you. Turn the left heel away, right leg 90 degrees out. And we talked about this in lesson, I think it was 10, 8 and 10, something like that. The leg position and how to get into triangle pose. So you can always come back to those lessons. Now we have heel to arch alignment, lifting your kneecaps up, rolling the thighs from inside out. So allow that to roll out, chest to the front. Now press your back foot down, lift up, extend the starfish out. Keep the starfish extended. Keep the starfish extended, lifting the chest. Bring your hand right on top on the shin or maybe even your thigh and top arm up. Allowing the spine to expand here. Reach up. Normal breath. And up. And toes straight forward. Other side. Turn your right heel away. Left leg 90 degrees out. Heel to arch alignment. Lift your kneecaps up. Roll the thighs from inside out. Reach out your arms. Expand. We've done a lot of expansion and strengthening, so use that now. Lift up. Keep expanding it. Keep your starfish. Lifting up. Keep it out. And hand down and top arm up. It's not about how far down. It's more about expansion. Roll the thigh up. Roll the chest up. Belly inside out. And up. Toes straight forward. We're coming into warrior two. So walk the legs a little bit wider. A little bit wider. Turn your left heel in. Right leg 90 degrees out. Again, heel to arch alignment. Now lift up. Lift the front hip up. Lift up. Lift up. Resist coming down. Bring your left hip to the right hip. That's it. And press your left heel into the floor. Outer edges of the left foot down. Look over your front arm. Lift up. Again, you're lifting from the tailbone through the crown of your head. Up to standing, toes straight forward. Other side. Turn your right heel away. Left leg 90 degrees out. Heel to arch alignment. Lift the front hip up. Firm your legs. Roll it inside up. Lift up, expanding. Get your spine long. Lift up. Right hip is coming to the front hip, to the left hip. And then look over your front arm. Inhale up. Toes straight forward. And walk your legs together. Coming into Utkatasana, fierce pose. You stay where you are, okay? And you can just look at me and we do it together. But you stay in front of the camera. I'm just staying here so you can see me. Your feet together. Arms parallel to the floor. Feel length in your spine from the tailbone through the back of your head. And you're simply bending the knees. You're not going forward with your trunk. You're simply bending the knee. Like there is a wall behind you. Use your legs here to go down closer towards the floor, not your trunk. So you're going down. Squeeze your ankles, knees, thighs together. Okay, that's it. Now keep your belly lifted. So draw your pubic bones up. Reach the arms forward and then reach the arms overhead. So we are lengthening your trunk, getting long spine from the tailbone through the back of your neck up. And we're using the arms to lengthening up. So it's not just about arm going up, it's about lengthening from here and up. And bring it up. All right. We're gonna come into Utkatasana, fierce pose, a little bit different way. Squeeze your legs together, draw your pubic bones up. Keep this solid. Reach the arms parallel to the floor, then reach them higher up. From here, you bend your knees. Breathe through the nose. It's a little bit like a wall behind you. You're never going to be flat up against the wall, and that's not what we want. Just so the spine is long, but not hovering forward or going backwards. So, hips, shoulder, ears in line, roughly. I can feel my legs. And bring it up and release it. Shoulders back and down. Coming onto your back. You have a blanket for your head. And bring your knees to your chest. Rolling side to side. Oops. Oh, doing a little bit too much there. Rolling side to side. It feels good on the back. Now bring your hands to your knees. Coming into opposing knee circles. You bring your knees away from you. Then you separate the knees out to the side and then roll them into your chest. Bring the knees away from you. You separate the knees out to the side and to your chest. And just continue this movement in your own time. See how it feels on your hip and thigh joint. So we did strengthening for our legs, our hips, our spine, and the core. And then after that, it's nice to stretch it out a little bit. And reverse it, other direction. All right, and bring your knees to your chest. Coming into twist. Leave your knees there, arms to the side, palms up. And take your right hand on the left thigh and lead your knees in the direction of your right armpit. If you have sensitive hips and back, you can have a block or something in between your legs or even underneath your legs. And now use your exhalation to let go of your hips, your belly, your left chest, shoulder, and arm. Normal breath. Just use your exhalation to let go and soften. Twisting the tissue, twisting the spine. Getting rid of the toxin. All the gooey stuff that is stuck in our tissue. Fantastic for elimination. And this actually calms the nervous system down. Then bring your knees to your chest again. Take your left hand on top of your right thigh, right arm to the side, and lead your knees in the direction of your left armpit. And maybe using the blocks underneath or maybe in between your leg, whatever you have is going on. Allow yourself just to settle down and soften. I often have back problems, or backache. Been having that for many, many years. And doing twists and cat and cow and just spinal movement really feels good to me. That loosens up and it kind of a twist. Yeah, twisting the body, twisting the spine feels really good to me. You might want to try it out, see how it feels. It's not about how much. It's about relaxing into the twist. You can do it on a chair. You don't know, seated. You can do it in tabletop. Even standing. Play with your twist. Play with your body and moving your spine. Using your core. Doing those exercises we've done today. And just play with your own body. See what works and what doesn't work. What doesn't work is really helpful. And bring your knees up. Oh, happy baby. So, hands either to the inner thighs, shins, or the soles of the feet, and legs wide. Just allow yourself to play with your legs here. Going side to side, baby. And maybe you just want to be in the stillness. That's fine. Or rocking. Just breathe through the nose. And then bring your feet down to the floor. Coming into Shavasana, it's your choice. If you want to have the knees bent and knees maybe coming together, if that feels right. Or having the legs wide or on the floor. Whatever you choose. Find that comfortable position. Shoulder blades underneath you. Palm facing up, armpits facing the ceiling in that direction. And allow yourself just to be. Inhalation and exhalation through the nose. And if you need to take a deeper breath and exhaling through the mouth, that wonderful cleansing breaths, feel free to do so. You're in your own home. You can do what you need to do. You can do what you want to do. This is your practice. Soften your eyes. And allow yourself to be in the stillness. Allow yourself to stay in Shavasana as long as you want. My light within respects and honors the light within you. Namaste. Toodaloo everyone, and I see you next time.